I wonder if I should like make a note, make a mental note on these videos when I'm doing it on a lunar Sabbath. I know, I'm just thinking, like, I had one on the new moon, I had one on the third quarter moon. I think I've been doing it. I've been following along quite precisely with the lunar phases. But if we go back to all the videos, I don't actually label them as such. What's happening? Yeah. You think I can find a cigarette? So I've been testing out my powers. On people. And I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure I validated everything that we're working on. In the sense that, going back to the like walking on hot coals analogy, right? So everything that I'm putting in that group, just by the very fact that you're in there, and that I'm directing everything at Kim, right? Directing it at you. And I'm saying all the things like I wouldn't fucking say to nobody. Like, there's like, and it's not, why wouldn't I say the things to anybody? Because it's fucking scary. It's terrifying. Imagine knowing that you're the next coming, that like literally you're the Messiah, right? Imagine that. Imagine you know it, and you're like, what do I do with it? What the fuck do I do? Nobody's gonna believe me. And if they do, they're all gonna make fun of me. Well, no, I mean, if they believe that I believe that, everyone's gonna laugh at me, and they're gonna do everything in their power to like knock me off my little high horse. It's really a big high horse. But that's why I don't talk to nobody. That's why I don't have any friends. That's why like I keep to myself, because if I'm with other people, and this is why I'm actually grateful that nobody ever wants to like talk to me or hang out with me or spend time with me or ask me what I'm feeling, ask me what I'm thinking. It's like a fucking blessing. And part of the reason for that is like nobody is there to there's nobody to tell me I'm wrong, you know? And when there's nobody to tell you that you're wrong, you're right about everything. Like, if you don't tell me I'm wrong, if you don't tell me that I'm not doing the right thing, then as far as I'm concerned, I am. Because if I wasn't, then if I wasn't doing the right thing, then you would tell me I'm doing the wrong thing. And that's a tricky part. That's tricky. And it's tricky because it's like, oh, there's a big group. What the fuck is this? There's a fucking powwow over there. Come on, there's gotta be one fucking smoker, dude. No, it's all parents. I don't know what the hell's going on. This is gonna get uncomfortable though, because these idiots are just sitting at the corner. This other jabroni jumping around waving. I mean, technically I don't have to go that way. God. Keep moving, bud. What is going on here? Oh, classic cars. Oh, like cars? old cars. What is this? What was I saying? No, there's a fucking little wacky dude. We were eyeballing each other. Kind of took me out of where I was at. Alright. I completely lost where I was at. People, I don't know, I was fucking going on about some shit about, like, I don't remember. I don't remember. People, I spend time with people. Right. If there's nobody around, there's nobody to tell me I'm wrong. If there's nobody to tell me I'm wrong, then I'm always right, you know? But that usually just comes down to the fact that I have to learn how to tell myself that I'm wrong. So let's do that together. Because this is a superpower. If you can't tell yourself that you're wrong, then you're never going to be right. This is how I know. This is how I know everything. Like, I'm not the Messiah. Definitely not the Jewish Messiah. Not the Hindu Messiah or the Christian Messiah. I'm not definitely not the Islamic Messiah. Not the Satanic Messiah. Not the Witch Messiah. Nobody's a Messiah. Am I a Messiah? No. Well, am I? Can I even say that? Can I be wrong about that? Yeah, why not? I'm wrong about that too. I'm not even my Messiah. Ain't nobody. Just a scrub. Living at my mom's house, doing nothing all day. Doing nothing all day, every day. Bumming around, looking for somebody smoking so I can bum a cigarette off of them. I'm too lazy to get a job so I can afford my own. Well, we almost hit the curb there, bud. Oh, watchy. Not as sophisticated and well-groomed as my brother. Not as hard of a worker as my sister. Not as much of a man as my father. I'm a disappointment to my mother. I listen to terrible music. I couldn't think of an original thought to speak if you had a loaded gun to my head. All I do is just repeat other people's stuff because I can't think for myself. I need other people to think for me. I pretend that God is real so that I can justify my stupid, dumbass behavior. Did I mention that I'm lazy? I'm not the right man for you. That's for sure. You can do so much better than me. Oh my God. Man, like if I had a woman like you, like if not even a woman like you, but you specifically, not even a woman like you, because there are no women like you. I would just be an embarrassment. I'd be holding you back. I hold you back so fully that you should know better. You instinctively, you're a woman. You have female intuition. Your female intuition Your ovaries should tell you that seed will never enter this uterus. That's what your body should be saying. Your body should be saying it. Your body should know. Not just your mind and your heart, but your body should know. Like, stay away from this fucking poison. Nothing but toxicity comes out of that penis. Look at his last son. Well, you know what's funny? It's funny. I was just I'm working on my transcribing my own Torah, which is something that every Jew's got to do. You have to write your own Torah. And I was just coming through one of the laws, and I found out why my relationship with Dez is the way it is. It's because God doesn't accept bastards. Because Desmond's a bastard child. April fucking hated it when I said that. She thought it was so offensive. But it's not offensive, it's true. To use God's words, Desmond was a misbegotten child. He's a whore son. That's literally like the lowest of the low. That you cannot get any more lowborn than a misbegotten son. Now, at the same time, I mean, don't hate on the poor fucking kid because he's gonna grow up to do great things. That's what God told me. He said, "Don't worry about it." Because the same fucking thing happened to Abraham, and I gotta go back and do Torah study in a little bit, but for the group, do my Torah study post, and I think we're almost to the part where Sarah says that Ishmael's gotta go. He's gotta go. Get him the fuck out of here. He's too wild. And Abraham's like, "Yo, that's my son, though." And then God comes through. God actually comes through and goes, "Yo, Abraham, listen to your wife. They'll be fine. He'll be fine. His mother will be fine. They're gone. Don't worry about it." And as we all come to learn, Ishmael is the father of the Arab nations. Did you know that? I didn't know that. But apparently that's a well-known fact, especially in the Arabic fucking world. Is Ishmael, any Muslim will tell you that Ishmael is like the fucking, he's the fucking godfather of the fucking the Arabic nations. He had 12 sons, just like Jacob. Well, they weren't even, they're not even called like the 12 tribes, they're called the 12 princes. They don't even fuck around like that. Because Ishmael was a fucking king. He was the king of the fucking Arab nations. The guy's a fucking god. Lowercase j. Because he was a fucking son of Abraham. Everyone knows that. Abraham was a fucking god. All of his children were gods. That's why even today, like Jews, well, not Jews, but that's why regular people, they worship Jesus. Who's the Jew? They worship him like a god. That's my dream, by the way. To have people who worship me like a god. I love that idea. Like it's so tantalizing. It makes my mouth water. It makes my brain fucking come. Just thinking of the idea of people bowing down to me and worshiping me like a god. See, now, but that's the thing. It's like Torah teaches us, like you're not allowed to idolize yourself. Like you can't deify yourself. I can't say you got to bow down to me, woman. Bow down and worship me. I can't say that. But I can't stop you from doing it. Does that make sense? Like, if you felt so inclined that you had to, like, bow down like a fucking little doggy, about roll over for me, like I can't stop you from doing that. But I can't make you do it either. Like when I was in Lancaster, right? There was this dude named Robert, one of my associates, and Robert was like in love with me. I don't think in a romantic way, but more in a fatherly type of way. Because he would follow me around like a little puppy dog. And he would always ask me for advice. And this was an older man. This guy, had to be in his like 50s. Late 40s, 50s. And his life was just so fucking miserable. His marriage was wasn't even there. His wife kicked him out of the bedroom. I made him sleep on the couch. So he used to talk about his personal life a lot, which it's kind of annoying, but at the same time, I recognized that I had all the medicine that this guy fucking needed. So he would come in and we'd be talking and he would be telling me about how his wife did this, she did that, she won't do this, she won't do that. And one day I told him, I hit him right in the fucking face with it. I said, Robert, here's what I want you to do. Everything that you just told me about her, everything, I want you to say the same exact thing now about yourself. Yo, that dude. How you doing? That fellow, his mouth hit the fucking floor when I said that to him. And I think a tear almost came out of his eye. Because of how right he knew I was. Because he was... He literally goes, he said, like, I should be paying you for this advice. I wish I had hundreds of dollars that I can give to you for this. Do you mind if I bow to you? And I'm thinking, now mind you, we're in the store at the time. I'm behind the counter. The store was empty. There was nobody in there. So I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I know somebody's watching because I can feel them watching, you know, because I'm sensitive like that. I could feel people's eyes on me. And it was later confirmed, much later, when I was in Merrimack, I found out that Frank was watching. Always watching, just to make sure. So, how do I know? Well, Frank didn't tell me. Willie, the Congo, the man from the Congo, my brother, he told me one day, he said, because I was going out for a cigarette, because I really didn't give a shit. I keep my headphones on. I usually keep them around my neck, but I turn the volume up so I can hear the music. But I don't really give a fuck. I did it in front of Frank, too. It's like, you motherfuckers, you ain't gonna tell me to take my headphones off. This is how I maintain. This is how I maintain my fucking composure. Don't even try to front on me, motherfucker. I swear to God, you don't want that shit. Ugh. But I went out for a cigarette and Willie came back, and I came back and Willie said, Frank just called. He told me that I should not let you go with these bricks because we're not supposed to have one person in the store at one time. Motherfucker, you hypocrite. You literal cocksucking hypocrite. Doing you a fucking favor, you motherfucker. But anyway. But then I thought about it and I said to Robert, I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, that might not be a good idea. And as those words were coming out of my mouth, as I said that, as I'm saying, like, I don't know, it might not be a good idea. Immediately I thought, and I noticed and I heard the words coming out of my mouth. But if you're gonna do it, I can't stop you because technically I'm not your boss. So if you did want to bow down to me in front of the camera, and I looked back because I realized like the camera was right overhead. And if someone was watching, I recognize, in my mind, I recognize that they may be wondering, like, what the fuck is going on down there? Why is the associate bowing down to this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? He's not even a fucking employee, technically. Why are they bowing to him? So I turned around and I went, I shrugged my shoulders. Just in case, because I don't know. What do you want me to fucking say? The guy wants to bow to me. I can't say, no, you can't. And if you want to fucking bow to me while you're on company time, go ahead. Because you should see the other shit that I see people do on company time. For instance, I know for a fact that the manager of the Borgata, once in a while, at least one time since he started there, in the past 6 months, has taken a nap in the store. And he had to be woken up by a customer who pointed out the fact, taking a nap, huh? Slow day? You out of your fucking mind? You guys got nothing to do all day. You fucking guys got... Oh, he told me you were involved. Well, Kim went in the back office, and I was sitting on the couch, and then I was looking at my phone, and the next thing I know, this guy woke me up. The fuck? What the fuck were you doing? What the fuck were you doing? What were you doing in the back? You taking a nap too? Because I'll bet your little ass that you weren't doing fucking I bet you weren't doing the e-learning. I guarantee that. You little bitch. You and those other little bitches in that store, including my brother. You motherfuckers are lucky that you don't have someone like me running that fucking joint. I'd crack your asses right into fucking shape, and I'll tell you right fucking now. I don't give a fuck that he tells me about work. I ask him about work stuff, and he tells me. I let my brother vent to me about his work situation. And you people are fucking assholes. Idiots and assholes. If you seriously don't know how to do your job at this point, I told him, fire one of them. Fire one of them. Kim ain't going nowhere. The other one ain't going nowhere. The one you gotta worry about is that little one. That little one, Maria. Be mindful, because that girl, I told him, she's looking for another job right now. He told me he left the two of you in the store for something. He left the two of you in the store so he can go get coffee or some shit. And he comes back and the two of you are just fucking sitting there staring at each other. Duh. I know what you're talking about too. You're fucking talking, you're probably venting to each other about how much you hate the job and how you're gonna walk out and you ain't gonna do shit. You ain't gonna do shit, bitch. What you're gonna do is you're gonna keep on coming in and following your shift. Now, he also told me that you were looking for a raise. Here's how that goes. You ain't getting shit. You don't know your own numbers? I hope. He told me that like months ago. I sat there, I listened to him vent about you motherfuckers for 8 hours. Dude, you know what that is? One of your little bitch shifts. I had to sit in the backyard and listen to my brother vent because his employees are fucking idiots. You know how long it took him to get that fucking job? And that fucking little bitch, Maria. Yo, if I ever get my hands on that fucking cunt, I tell you right fucking now, bitch, you better fucking start working on that fucking capture rate. Are you that fucking timid? I don't want to. I told him, start writing her up. Start writing her up. Because once you write her up one time, then she's gonna see you're fucking serious. They're all gonna see you're serious. Because word will get around of what you did, and they're gonna shit their pants and go, fuck. Party time's over. Yeah, but she's the only one who doesn't do it. I don't give a fuck. You're all fucking accountable. Especially fucking Noelle. The fuck is Noelle doing? You just sit on with your thumb up your ass all fucking day? Now, mind you, I don't know what the fuck is going on in that store, but I got a feeling that there's nothing but a bunch of dipshits, including my brother. I said to him, I asked him, a very simple question. Do you have a backup plan just in case this girl quits? Do you have a backup plan just in case Noelle quits? Kim ain't going nowhere. You got Kim till she rots in that fucking place. He told me that Noelle took the interview over at Teal's place. I'm surprised she didn't go, but he told me that he guilted her. I'm the one that hired you. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Noelle, if you want to go, get the fuck out of here. Go. Now. Put your shit down and just get the fuck out. Don't fucking feel bad. Who the fuck do you feel bad for? One, why the fuck are you working? Go the fuck home and tell your husband to get a second job. How about that? Actually, don't do that, because if I was your husband, then I'd fucking just leave you. Because I remember when my fucking wife only worked 30 hours a week and I had to fucking work 70. Well, the baby needed me. Yeah, well, the baby isn't always going to be a fucking baby. So when the baby's grown up to be a boy, get your fat ass up, go get a fucking job so I can cut my hours back. How about that? How about I stay home? How about I be the stay-at-home dad? How about that now? You go work the fucking hours that I work, and I'm gonna stay home and raise the kid. And we're taking him out of school, and I'm gonna fucking homeschool him. How about that? No. No, Derek the nigger. Get the nigger to go to work. You see, that's how people saw me, as the nigger. The nigger who works fucking 70 hours a goddamn week to make sure that everybody's got a fucking house to live in, fucking bills, video games, drugs, right? You fucking whore, because you're fucking buying drugs with my fucking money. You can barely afford that. You give me half the money for the rent. You give me half the money for the fucking mortgage, bitch. You can't even afford it. You make $200 a week. The fuck out of here. No, I'm sorry. $400 a week for 3 weeks out of the 4 weeks of the month. So it's 3 paychecks of $400, 1 paycheck of $200. Every week I got to give you $150 so that you have just enough to go pay your gas, coffee, cigarettes, to get to work. And the rest goes to bills. Right? Or should I just pay everything on my fucking own? Meanwhile, if you have more than a fucking extra dollar in your account, you go fucking buy drugs with it. Or you take my fucking card and you go to the food store, and then you take the cash back, $60 cash back, so you can buy $60 worth of fucking pills. Yeah, fuck. And you fucking bitch, you're lucky that the bank, that asshole bank that I had, they don't tell you about the cash back. They don't tell you about that. That doesn't get registered onto the account. It just gets mixed in with the bill. So it looks like you paid $60 more than what you really did, and I don't actually see that you took the cash back. Then how did you know? Because you leave the receipts everywhere! Because my fucking gut instinct told me, look at that receipt. Look at that receipt. And then I pick up the receipt because you're a fucking slob, that's why. It's not even like you keep the receipts organized. They're just fucking haphazard all over the fucking place. Like a goddamn mess. You're a fucking slob. You're a pig. And you turn the fucking kid into a pig. You're two fucking slobs. Hashem, why is it every time I fucking come out here I lose my shit like this? Oh my god. Because you have to get it out, because you've been holding on to it for so long. This is like your opportunity to get all of that shit out of you. Thank fucking the Lord. Thank you, Hashem. Thank you, God. Because you're a fucking slob, you dumb bitch. That's why. Instead of defying me, why don't you ask me for help? Why don't you ask me for advice? Derek, what do I do with all this mess? Why can't I organize anything? I can't keep anything organized. I can't even keep track of my fucking keys. Well, dum-dum, there's a fucking key ring right next to the fucking front door. When you come inside, put the fucking keys on the key ring. You see where mine are? You see where mine are? They're right fucking there. And everybody, here's a fucking key. Stop leaving the fucking door unlocked all day, every fucking day. Start locking the cocksucking door. Keep your key with you. You fucking morons. Organize your receipts. You know, here's a good way to start. Here's a good fucking way to start on how to organize receipts. You want me to teach you how to do something fucking, how to be a fucking adult? Take your fucking receipts, put them together. That's it. Don't get crazy with it. Don't get crazy. All you gotta do, if you wanna hold on to your receipts, just make sure you put all the receipts in the same spot. Just like that, it's very simple. This way you know, okay, well all my receipts are right there. If I ever need to find a receipt, it's gonna be in the pile of receipts that are right fucking there because that's where I put all my fucking receipts. Then if you wanna get nuts, if you wanna get really fucking crazy, you wanna get fucking nuts? Let's get nuts. Organize them by what it is. Huh? Food receipts. Bill receipts. Luxury receipts. Essentials. There's just so many possibilities. Endless possibilities of what expenses. I fucking love expenses. For 4 months, for 4 fucking months, I got to utilize my receipt hoarding capabilities so that I could practice with expensing everything because I love to do expense reports. You know why I fucking love doing expense reports? Because it's free shit. There comes a day in the future. There's a day in the future, right? This is one of the benefits of being a business owner. One day in the future, I'm gonna have money. I'm not gonna have any money. My company's gonna have money. That money's gonna have to be invested into things. Those things are gonna require me to hold on to receipts. I fucking love receipts. All of those receipts are expenses. Because once I learn the tax codes on everything, I'm gonna take full advantage. Full advantage. And I'm gonna tell the government I'm taking full advantage of the law. I'm not even gonna hide it. If we go out to dinner, right? Watch. Let's say we feel like going out to dinner. All right, baby girl, let's go out to dinner. I wanna eat. What do you wanna eat? I don't give a fuck. No, I do. What I want is Chinese food. I want to go to the Chinese buffet. But while we're there, I want to make this into a business meeting because business meetings are expensed. You can expense a business meeting. We're going to go to dinner and we're going to talk about business. Because as soon as anything business related comes out of our mouths, it's an expense. If you're accepting work phone calls on your personal phone, ever, give the receipt, give your phone bill receipt to your job. They have to pay it because they shouldn't be calling you. If they want to call you, they should provide you with a company phone. See, you people are fucking dum-dums. You have no idea. You're throwing money away because of this fucking job. Now, mind you, you do have the benefit of working in the Borgata, and this is like one of my favorite things about the Borgata, is that you can actually eat for free. You don't have to pay for your lunch. That blows my mind. It's so not fair. That's why. That's one of the reasons I wanted to be in that store so badly, is that I could save money on lunch. But now, how often do you fucking moron, you dumb bitches, actually skip your lunch? Huh? How often? Well, one, there should be enough people to cover for that. But your manager doesn't have any backup plans. Your manager doesn't have any fucking people that are coming into the store. And it's funny to me that you guys are short-staffed still. That's why I hear the word short-staffed. Everyone's short-staffed. That line. How is it that every store is short-staffed? What does that mean? What does the ideal staff look like? Meanwhile, you have this fucking idiot, the fucking idiot manager at Hugo Boss Borgata, that fucking dum-dum, has somebody with experience who takes the job. Well, that's the problem, is because if I worked at that place, I would take my brother's job. And I wouldn't be shy about it either. I couldn't work with him because I would intentionally go for his job so that I know that the store is being run properly. I don't trust nobody to do the work that I'm doing. I would have to go in there and train him. He told me about you looking for a raise, right? And he told me what he told you. Well, what are your numbers, Kim? What's your UPC? UTC? UPC? Units per transaction? UPT. What's your UPT? What's your NSPT? NS? NTCP? And net transactions? What? Units per transaction. Units per transaction. Net. Units. And no. You know what I'm talking about, though. Your numbers. Why don't you know your numbers? You should know your numbers. Because if you're going to get a raise, Brian, he said Brian's going to ask you all what your numbers are. Chances are Brian isn't going to do that. But if he does, why the fuck don't you know your numbers? Why don't you take your fucking job seriously? If your manager told you that you have to do XYZ, do XYZ. Actually, don't even just do XYZ. Do XYZ and ZYX. Know your shit forwards and backwards, bitch. You dumb cunt. You dumb fucking whore. You piece of shit slut. Know your shit. Because I bet I know exactly what happened. The next day that you worked without him. Probably with Maria, not to the other one, not to the snitch. Because she's gonna rat your ass out. You won't believe it, he won't give me a fucking raise. He's telling me I gotta do extra stuff for a raise. Yeah, that's how it works. But they're not gonna give you a raise anyway, because you're not worth shit. You don't actually sell anything. You don't sell anything. I've seen you people work. You don't do anything. You don't actually do anything unless the people come up to you. Right or wrong? You fucking lazy twats. God. Oh. I hear Maria in my head. This is abusive. This isn't abusive, dumb core. This isn't abusive. This is me venting. I'm not even talking to anybody. The hell? I'm just letting my mouth run. This is the shit that comes out of my mouth. Why is this shit coming? Cause Kim. That's why. Kim, I might gotta cut your ass out soon. I might have to kick you out of the group. Either that or I might have to start letting other people in. Actually, you know what? I might leave you in the group. You're not even gonna know anybody. I might have to invite a couple people into the group. Oh man, that's risky. That's risky. That's fucking risky. But at the same time, it's not a bad idea. It's really not. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I make it... Ah, shit. Well, in the group, that's where I'm like at my most raw. Because for some reason, Kim... Whoa, is there people in this group? Who are you? You feel like Amy. Did I invite Amy into the group? I'm thinking about it. I am thinking about it. Because I know you're going to be curious, like, what the fuck? What does all that mean? Because you want to know what I meant with all the fucking serpent shit, the Messiah stuff. It's all in the group, by the way. You don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. What? Well, the group that you're in, presuming that I did, that's what I'm seeing. God's showing me a vision where I'm inviting Amy into the group. Amy and Vaishnavi. But now what I got to do is I got to work through the fear. I got to work through the insecurities of Vaishnavi and Amy both being in the group because of the fact that Kim is in here. But mind you, Kim, don't even worry about Kim. Kim is like, I don't even know what the fuck Kim is. Kim is a long story. Don't even worry about her. Don't even acknowledge her. Because she's not there. I'm telling you, like, Kim doesn't actually exist. And even if she did, she's a phony. Don't. I think. I could be wrong. I don't know. But here's what we're doing in here. Kim is my Satan, right? Don't worry about the person. The flesh and blood little fucking meat sack. Don't worry about her. Don't worry about her. I'm not talking about her. The image, the mental projection of Kim is my Satan, because Satan knows that Kim is my weakness. Because Kim is like if you say, Derek, what does your like ideal woman look like? Kim. So like she triggers all of the points in me that are like carnal. Yeah, do you understand? All my carnal points. And that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. She makes me want to sin. No, not necessarily. I mean, it depends on the sin that we're talking about. But more importantly, she brings to the surface an aspect of me that needs to be on the surface all the time. It needs to be a surface feeder. So there's a predator that lives inside. There you go. That's the right word. Remember the thing I was talking about with the reptiles? Reptiles are predators. Reptiles are never necessarily prey. They're reptiles. They predate. Now, mind you, there are some reptiles that are prey, right? You got fucking hawks and eagles that prey on fucking reptiles. But now you got the reverse is true too. I just found out about this motherfucker. This cocksucker. It's called a spider-tailed viper. Right? So check this fucker out. It's so fucked up. My mind is still... I learned about this a couple months ago, and my mind is still like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What kind of fucking abomination is this thing? It does, like, you think of a rattlesnake, right? But it doesn't have a rattle. Its tail doesn't end in a rattle. Its tail has legs. Well, it has these outgrowths. It's got 8 outgrowths, and it's bulbous. It looks like a spider. It looks like a big fucking juicy, gross spider. And what it does, and it knows this. How the fuck does it know? I don't understand. Like that's where like my mind is getting like, what the fuck, man? Because the fucking viper, it also looks like rocks. So the goddamn thing, it looks like a pile of rocks with a spider crawling around on it. How the fuck the fuck kind of sick shit is God doing? And it like wiggles. It just wiggles the fucking the spider tail around, and it just hangs out there because it's looking around. It sees the fucking birds flying around, and it wiggles the tail to entice the birds. Which I don't understand. I don't understand this. The bird knows that the fucking bird, the viper knows that the birds have like fucking precision eyesight. And it knows that it's looking at its tail like a fucking piece of fucking meat. Like a piece of spider. And it looks like a tumor with legs. And it just shakes the fucking thing while it just sits there still. And it blends in with the rocks. And as the bird comes down, this fucking bird is coming fucking catapulting itself down to fucking snatch this spider up. And literally right before its talons grab the fucking snake's tail, it fucking hops out at it. And bites it with the poison fangs. Fuck. I don't, like, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down, dial it back. I get excited. I think I just needed to share that excitement. I feel much better. But my point is that we have a predator side, and maybe, you know what, that's actually a good way of explaining it. You know, that the whole thing with the serpent, taming the serpent, taming the internals. I'm not talking about a dick, you fucking idiots. Well, I mean, I'm not either. It's all relative. Like, women serpents are different from men serpents. The way I equate it is women are serpents and then men are vipers. The fucking spider tails. Wiggle your dick around like a fucking spider tail. See if you catch any horse. Oh, is that what I'm doing? Okay. Okay. Oh, this is all part of that thing. I get it. Thank you, Hashem. I love you too. No, God was just reminding me of something. So, fuck. So right before Rosh Hashanah, I was working on this book. It's in the group. If you go to the featured section, it's in there. It's called Shar HaBitahon. And bitahon is trust between a Jew and God. Now, it's supposed to be like really mystical. Like, non-Jew people, they should be like, wait, this should be blowing your mind. This literally should be blowing your mind. And I don't understand how it doesn't. What do you mean trust between you and God? How the fuck does God build trust with a person? Exactly. How does God build trust with a human being? That doesn't make any sense. But it makes perfect sense. Did you ever hear of a leap of faith? Like God builds trust by having us take leaps of faith. That push us to the limits, that push us to our absolute limits, right? Because the deal is this: if you jump, I'll catch you. If you jump, I don't give a fuck how far you jump. Nigga, you're gonna jump, I'm gonna fucking catch you. But you gotta jump. If you don't jump, I ain't gonna catch you. You feel me? And you have to see it all the way through. It's not like ow. It's not like you can just back out either. Like, once you take, you gotta commit. And that the catch is this: is God ain't gonna catch you until you're right there. Until you're about that far away from fucking smashing into the ground at fucking maximum velocity. Like, you have to lose hope. Like, that's how hard you gotta go. It's like, you get dropped. We're talking about jumping from the very tippy top of that tower and trusting that God's gonna hit you, catch you right before you fucking smash into the ground. What? Yep. See, most people aren't willing to do that because most people don't really believe in God that much. They say it. Oh, I believe in God. I don't believe in God. I trust God. God believes in me. God believes that when I take the leap, that I got the balls to take the leaps of faith that He tells me to take. Like this. This isn't like not scary. I was talking about like the walking on hot coals, right? It's the same thing. It's the same principle. We're getting out of our comfort zone and doing scary shit because that scary shit then primes us, it prepares us to do things that are equally scary with relative ease. I put a loaded gun to my head and I didn't pull the trigger. What else can I do? Or something more practical, I walked across these hot coals. But the hot coal analogy is fucking boring. The loaded gun one is a lot cooler. So like look at this, right? Look at that jump. I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna jump. Trust, I'm not gonna fucking fall, see? Well, I don't know if you can see my eyes were closed, but it's scary doing that with my eyes closed. It's not the first time I did something like that. That's just the second time I did something like that. It's the first time I did it there, though. Hey, let's do it again. I don't open my eyes until I land. The leap of faith is that I'm not gonna fucking bust my ass. Just like the viper with the bulbous tail, the bulbous spider tail. That's such a fucked up thing, man. I don't understand it. Like, how does it know? How the fuck did it know? Why did it evolve that? I don't fucking get it. It's the same thing with the fucking, there's like a butterfly or a moth. But this motherfucker, its wings are in the shape of a snake head with a snake eye. It's a defense mechanism so that birds see it and they think that it's a fucking snake. I don't understand. It's like the fucking octopus, the mimic octopus that makes itself look like things. It makes itself look like a big fish. It makes itself look like a rock. It's like, where are you getting your intelligence from? Why do you know these things? You shouldn't know. Or those fucking parasites. That go into, they get into the snail, they get into a bird's stomach so that when the bird shits, it literally knows that the bird's gonna shit the fucking parasite eggs out. And a snail is gonna come and eat the eggs because it eats the shit. And then the eggs are gonna hatch inside the fucking snail. And the little baby parasite worms are gonna travel because they know where to go. Because the fucking worms, they happen to know fucking snail anatomy. How the fuck does this worm know snail anatomy? Why didn't anybody ask that question? I don't give a fuck what it does. How the fuck does it know to do it? Who taught it? Don't tell me it's fucking instinct. That ain't fucking instinct. That's malicious intent. That's literally what it is. Why does nature have malicious intent? Because what it does, it travels, it figures out where the snail's eyeballs are, and then it grows in the eyeballs. Not only does it grow into the eyeballs, it also takes over the central nervous system. How the fuck? It's a goddamn worm that knows snail anatomy and neuroscience. How? My lord, explain this one to me, because I don't fucking understand. It's like these fucking plants. Like those motherfuckers right there, the ones with the stickers. How the fuck do you know when to turn and when not to turn? You gotta see these things. They grow in one direction, and then what'll happen is they'll sprout, right? It'll look like that. It'll make like an L, where it'll grow up to a point, and then it'll stop growing, and then it'll start sprouting out another piece that goes this way. And it's growing that way because it knows there's a fucking tree next to it or another bush. And then its little pointer stickers will grab on. How the fuck do you know that? Who taught you all this shit? Well, who taught you all the shit that you know? Thank you, Shem. Well, I had ayahuasca's chocolates once back here, and I started talking to the plants, and I started to notice things I didn't notice before. I started to notice order within the chaos, and I just like it started to blow my mind. So after that experience, every time I come back here, I try to figure it out a little bit more. But I think I just figured it out. Yeah, but I don't understand the goddamn spider viper. It's like it's nightmarish looking. And it catches birds in its mouth. And not just dive bombing birds. I don't know, man. You human beings are all fucked. I think that's what's happening. I think God is starting to like do his thing so that human beings see how fucked up nature is and go, I can't handle that. I can't do that. I don't have a spider tail. I literally, like, my lord, prove me wrong, but I don't know if I could catch a fucking dive bombing bird. I know I don't have toxic fangs. I would love toxic, oh my god, I would love toxic fangs. Spider tail. You don't need them. You don't need them. Just relax. What were we talking about? What were we talking about? I got all fucking crazy with this goddamn spider viper. Where's everything learning all this stuff? Well, yeah, intelligent design, obviously. Thank you. Intelligent engineering? I know, but what does that have to do with anything? Oh, you're just letting my mouth run? That's it? because I'm letting my mouth run and allowing myself to feel as if I have done things. So at the time of this, there ain't nobody in that group. By the way, today's I don't know what day it is. If you're watching this, look at your calendar. What day is it? What day do you think it is for me? I don't know when I'm going to upload. I'm assuming I'm going to upload it today. I mean, I alluded to the fact before that it's a quarter moon. No, I didn't even say that. I just said it was a moon day. Are you still watching this, by the way? Assuming so. Today's the first quarter moon in Aquarius. It's a lunar Sabbath. Maybe that's what we should title this, by the way. This way we know in the future, right? How about we do that from now on? You like that idea? Maybe it's not a bad idea to actually go back to all the previous videos. Well, how about we just do it now, starting forward? Because it is the Aquarius. The Aquarius moon. Why is that invalid? Why is that important? Because in 11 or 15 weeks, probably 11 weeks, there's going to be a new moon in Aquarius. Does everybody know why that's important? No, of course not. Because why would you? Because today is the 3/4 mark We're 3/4 of the way through the lunar new year of the Wood Dragon. Do you know that? Of course not. Why would you? Because the Chinese New Year takes place every year on the second new moon after the winter solstice. Did you know that? Of course not. That's the Aquarius moon. The first new moon after the winter solstice is the Capricorn new moon. Vaishnavi, what I tell you last night, that fucking new moon, that fucking Capricorn new moon is your moon. That's yours. The next one, 4 weeks later, there's going to be another new moon. That's going to be the Chinese New Year. The Chinese Lunar New Year. Now, last year we started the Wood Dragon, the year of the Wood Dragon. Now, do we know anything about magic? Elemental magic? Of course not. Why would we? Well, I know about fire, water, air, and earth. All right, that's good. That's a good start. That's a good start. If we know about the 4 basic elements, then the other 2 are simple dimple. Earth gets divided up into 2. Into wood and metal. Where does wood come from? It grows out of the fucking earth. Where does metal come from? It comes from digging inside the earth. Wood, we gotta chop down trees. Where did trees come from? You feed earth with water. Trees grow. Just bear with me. Or you gotta dig into the earth. You gotta dig out the ore, and then you gotta smelt it with fire. Trees produce air. Air fuels fire. Fire melts the ore. The ore turns into metal. This year we have a fucking Wood Year Dragon. This year we have the year of the Wood Dragon. But what kind of wood? That's a great question. What's a good kind of wood? This is where the magical part comes into play, because now we know it's a wood dragon. Now here's something else we know about wood and metal. Metal comes in grades and degrees. There's different kinds of metal. There's mercury, there's tin, there's gold, there's silver, there's iron, right? What about wood? There's oak, there's elm, there's pine, and then there's my favorite, which is the acacia. What's acacia? What's acacia wood? Acacia wood, well, if everybody read the fucking Bible, they would know that acacia wood is the type of wood that Moses had used to have the Ark of the Covenant constructed. Now, if anyone knows the Midrash, there's a little bit of Midrash. What's Midrash? That's the side that's extra story. Those are the stories behind the stories. So it's believed that while Abraham was sojourning through the desert, through Egypt, during the famine, when he and his wife and Lot, when they were traveling, he planted acacia trees in the desert. He just did it. He had these seeds and he planted the trees. Okay, that's great. Generations later, after Moses leads the Exodus, and God is giving him the Torah on Mount Sinai, and he gives Moses the specs, the engineering specs of the Ark of the Covenant, the Ark of the Pact. Those same trees that grew from the seeds that Abraham planted are the trees that they made, that they got the wood from to make the ark. Did anybody know that? Where did they get the gold and the silver for all the inlays and all the decorations? They took it from the Egyptians because God told them, before you leave, load up your shit. Take all the gold, take all the silver, take everything that you need from these people. They don't need it. Why don't they need it? Because the Egyptians were fucking slaves at that point. Does anybody read the fucking Bible? So before the Exodus, before the end of Genesis, we all know the story of Joseph. Vaishnavi, you should know the story of Joseph by now. You should know the story of Joseph from what I told you, but I didn't tell you everything. There's a lot more to the story of Joseph. I didn't tell you about how he took advantage of the people. How he literally altered the government of the Egyptian people because God told him to. Because the laws that Joseph put into place that made the Egyptians into serfs and slaves are the same laws that are predicable of the reason why the Jews were made into slaves. Why Pharaoh saw the Jews and went, what the fuck? Who the fuck are these people? Who the fuck are these people walking around reproducing like fucking cockroaches? They're like fucking rats. There's too many of them. He didn't know this. He had no idea who Joseph was. This was like 2 pharaohs after Joseph died. So this guy's got no idea who the fuck Joseph is. He's got no idea that these people are the remnants of Joseph's family that he brought into Egypt. But at the end of the famine, the people, the Egyptians, they ran out of money. Because the government wasn't giving you food. They weren't giving it away. You were paying for it. Whatever grains and corn and crops that Joseph and the Egyptians and Pharaoh's government was giving to the people, even to their own people, you had to pay for that shit, nigga. You ain't getting it for free. It ain't a fucking free ride. Joseph, we don't have any more money. Pharaoh had all the money. He literally had collected all the fucking money. The people had no more money left. We can't pay for food. We're going to starve. There's still 2 more years. All right, here's what I want you to do. It's okay. We can work this out. Give me all give us all of your cattle. Anything that you have of value, any kind of cattle that you have, give it to Pharaoh, and we'll do a trade. You give us the cows and the sheep and all your herds, and we'll give you food and you can eat. And the people loved it. They cheered. They cheered because of how gracious Joseph was, and so they did it. And then the next year, the final year of the famine, they come back. Joseph, we have nothing left. We gave you all of our cattle. We gave you all of our money, but we need food. All right, here's what we're going to do. You're going to give us everything that you have. Anything you have of value. All of your personal property now belongs to Pharaoh, and we'll give you a year's worth of food in exchange. But there's a catch. But there's more. Because what are you going to do next year? Here's what we're going to do. All of your shit belongs to Pharaoh now. All of your crops, all of your land, everything. We're going to let you stay where you are. Your only job is to grow, to produce. You get to keep everything, except for 20%. 20% of everything you make comes to Pharaoh. Everything else is yours. Deal? But you have to produce. Nah, everybody produces something different. Not everybody's going to be a fucking farmer. Not everyone's got herds. Essentially, he created the first serfdom. But the point of it was, it wasn't to help the economy, because Egypt fucking falls anyway. The point was to set the stage and lay the foundation so that when the Jews came there, in the future, because we planned for the future, we ain't just living for fucking right now, so that in the future, once the memory of Joseph fades away in the Egyptian culture, they look at the Jews and say, who the fuck are these people and why do they think they're better than us? Why aren't they obeying the same morals that we have to? Where the fuck did they come from? Obviously, they're not fucking Egyptians. And that's when Pharaoh started to crack down on them. Because when they first got there, it was Joseph went to Pharaoh. He didn't even ask. He said, I'm moving my family. Or did he? I think he did ask. But he knew the answer. Like, it wasn't... God, I love that story. Especially after Jacob dies. After Jacob dies, Joseph was Jacob's son, his second youngest son. After Jacob died, all the older sons, they went to Joseph. Joseph, Daddy's dead. Please don't make us slaves. Please, we'll do anything. Don't worry, I'm not a replacement for God. I'm not gonna make you a slave. That's at the very end of Genesis. I fucking love that part. I'm not gonna make you a slave, but that don't mean you're not gonna be slaves. Where were we going with this? I don't know. I was getting off on the power. Oh, I fucking love the story of Joseph. Why? Because it empowers the fuck out of me. Because I think about enslaving my own family, you know? Because they were dicks to him. They sold him into fucking slavery. They beat the shit out of him. Then they stole his favorite coat, tore it up, covered it in fucking animal blood, and then lied to their father to say that he got killed by a fucking animal. Meanwhile, you fucking Jew motherfuckers, you sold him for 20 silver to those fucking slavers, you cocksuckers. Then the poor fucking kid's got he's fucking like 15 years old. He was a fucking child. And he had to go serve as a fucking slave to the jailer, whose wife was trying to fuck him the whole fucking time. And because he wouldn't fuck her, she fucking went to her husband and told him he tried to rape me. Which gets his ass thrown into prison. Then he's in prison for fucking 2 years. Joseph became the king of the world. Yeah, he became the fucking king of the world, but he was fucking chained to fucking Egypt. You think that's what he wanted to fucking do? I mean, granted, Pharaoh did set him up with a daughter of Isis. So, I mean, can't really complain too much. And he had a good job. He had a really good job. The only person that was above Joseph was Pharaoh. So, literally, Joseph and Pharaoh were equals, basically. Joseph literally wore Pharaoh's ring of power, which should never have been taken off of Pharaoh's hand. But Pharaoh takes the fucking ring off his own finger and puts it on Joseph's. Here, my kingdom's yours. Go run it. Make some shit happen. Because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You seem to know exactly what you're talking about. Go make it happen. I mean, but that's the thing too, is like Hashem is the one who was guiding Joseph. Joseph wasn't even doing anything. He was just doing what God told him to do. Here, just do this. It'll work, watch. That's why he was able to sit through all the shit. That's why he didn't fucking lose his fucking mind. And that's why when his brothers finally fucking showed up, those pieces of shit, he was able to keep his fucking cool. Oh, today. What is today? Oh, it's I don't know. It's the 9th? I'm pretty sure it's the 9th. Yeah. Shabbat. What the fuck time is it? I forgot. The sun sets at like 4:30, dude. I don't know. We got time. What happens at sunset? I turn into a pumpkin. We only got like 45 minutes on this left anyway, so. I do this every day. Because it helps me like get stuff out. Because I don't talk to anybody except for God. So it's like he tells me when to go, when to come, when to start yapping, what to yap about. I'm not like, if you notice, like, it's not really a script that I'm going off of. It's just the words are just kind of blah, 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 blah. So, oh well, I should probably point that out. Like, go back and read your Bible. Joseph, that's me. Whatever Joseph was doing with God, that's what I'm doing with God. Moses, same thing with Moses. What Moses did, that's what I'm doing. I was talking about acacia wood. So acacia wood, we were talking about the wood dragon. Acacia means folly. That's what the word means, folly. Divine folly. Abraham didn't know that when he was planting those trees, that those trees would be the thing that would build the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant, that's like the most sought after fucking prize of all fucking human history. Everyone is hunting down the Ark of the Covenant. Do you want to know why? Because of what the Jews were able to do with it. People don't believe in God. People don't believe in God. They believe in the magical powers of the Ark, though. Because once we get out of Deuteronomy, we don't actually see what the Ark is capable of doing until after we get out of Deuteronomy. In the book of Joshua. In the book of Joshua, when the fucking Jews are laying waste to every fucking buddy. They are an unstoppable force. They literally took on an army of giants and fucked them up. Because what would happen is the war chief, Joshua, or whoever was taking Joshua's place, they carried the fucking ark, that they have the priests lead into the army. The priests lead the army, carrying the ark. Because the ark is a source of empowerment. It's a reminder that God is the ultimate power. But now here's the thing. This is where we come back to Bitahon. Because we don't fight wars. God fights the wars. And that's what he teaches us. That's what we taught in Torah. You don't do shit. You don't do shit. Like when he gave Moses the engineering specs, not just on the ark, but the tent and the tabernacle and all the priest's robes. Don't worry about it. You don't have to do this shit. That's what God told him. You don't have to do any of this. I got people. I made people who have the skills to do everything I'm telling you. Your only job, they can't hear me though. They can't hear me like you can. That's why God and fucking Moses, they were fucking tight. Moses' sister was talking shit on him one day. Moses' sister was talking shit to his brother. His brother Aaron was the high priest. And his sister Miriam, that bitch. This is like my sister. It's like Christopher and Melissa. I can see those two idiots fucking trying to conspire against me. The fucking golden child. Why does mom let him sit around and do nothing all day? I don't know. Maybe you should suck your husband's dick more. You fucking frigid bitch. God, I hope you're in this group. I hope you just watched that. I hope you just got pissed off. Go fuck yourself. So, Miriam, that fucking whore bitch, she's talking to Aaron, and they're talking. She's talking shit on Moses, going, "What makes him so special? He's not the only one. What you got over there? What you got over there? Got drugs?" Well, Miriam, she's talking to the brother Aaron about how Moses, why does he get to talk to God? That's bullshit. Every single one of us should be able to do that. And she starts some shit with him. And she starts to fucking implant fucking some poison into his fucking brain. And God's listening to this shit. So God gets fucking Moses, and he gets Aaron, because Aaron can hear him a little bit. Aaron can't hear like Moses can, but when duty calls, when God really needs to get a point across to you, he lets you know. And he grabbed fucking Miriam, and he grabbed fucking Aaron, and he said, "Get your asses over here now. Like, Moses, get the fuck out here. This is what these two are doing behind your back." Well, trust me, my father's other child, my father's daughter is a bitch. She's a conspiring little bitch. She's been jealous of me since we were fucking children. Because you know what happened? She got second child syndrome. Because all the good shit, all the magical love that my mother and my father had for each other, it went into me. It went into me. That's why I'm perfect. Because, one, I'm the first issue. I'm the virgin birth. I got all of my mother's magical powers, and I got all of my father's magical powers. My sister, you ever see the movie Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito? Danny the DeVito. In that situation, I'm Jules. I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. My sister is Danny DeVito. She got all the crap. My mother was telling me the story about when she was born. It's just misery everywhere. Melissa's coming was was so miserable. Everybody was miserable. It just happened to be. I don't know how much of it was the fact that it's like, ugh, another one. But my father's cousin was pregnant at the exact same time that my mother was pregnant with Melissa, but her baby was stillborn. So everybody it was just drama because what's-her-face lost the baby. So everyone was miserable. Even up until the day she died, my grandmother hates my sister. Hated her. She hated her so much. She said to me, I don't know if I'm ever going to get I don't know if my inheritance still exists. We're going to find out one day, or not. I'm not really worried about it anymore. But when you get that money, you do not give a cent to your sister. Okay, no problem. My grandmother wouldn't even go to her fucking wedding. Why? Because my sister's a bitch. She's a miserable bitch. You're a miserable bitch. You are literally a miserable bitch. You're so miserable. You're like your fucking mother. You grew up to be your mother. You fought so hard. The irony of it all is that you grew up doing everything in your power not to grow up to be your mother, but you married the same idiot. Because you are an idiot. If you asked me permission to marry my sister like I wanted you to, I wanted you to so I could say no. And maybe that's why you didn't ask me, because you knew I would say no. Because you knew my father would say no. That's why you waited till my father was dead to fucking ask her. You fucking coward. And she only married you because of money. Get the fuck out of here. You suck. Everyone knows it. That's why the only person that likes you is Mike. My sister doesn't even like you. I sure as fuck don't like you. You think I'm conspiring with my sister for her to divorce you? No. No, if she divorces you, it's because of you, you fucking dumb piece of shit. Don't put your shit on me. Just because you're a shitty, fucking lazy, dumb fuck of a husband, that ain't my fault. I didn't make you that way. Blame your fucking parents. Blame your parents for making a mediocre man. A subpar man. But, I mean, hey, fuck it. You know what? You're the best that my sister can get. Let that be a testament to my sister. It took my mother 3 tries to get this guy. My sister once. You're the same fucking guy. You got no ambition. You don't do anything. You're gonna work at a fucking sandwich shop for the rest of your life. You're gonna be someone else's nigger. Meanwhile, my sister's gotta work like a fucking nigger at fucking Starbucks. And my mother's gotta fucking work at the goddamn shitty casino, rubbing people. They're fucking bums. My brother, who gives a fuck about my brother? My brother has his own life. That's his problem. He wants to be Hugo Boss's nigger. All the power to you, bud. My job isn't. My Lord told me that my job isn't to help my family retire. That's their own fucking business. My job isn't to help my mother fucking retire. That's her husband's fucking business. My job isn't to make sure that my ex-wife can retire. That's her fucking business. My job isn't to fucking support my fucking 17-year-old son who was man enough to make the fucking decision when he was 12 that he didn't want nothing to do with his father. Fuck you. My job isn't to help him retire early. My job isn't to fucking do shit for him. The little fucking bastard son. Jon Snow. Desmond Snow. The whore son. Literally. Because his mother's a whore. Fuck. Thank you, Hashem. Don't be afraid to talk like that. Don't be afraid to let that shit out. You're allowed to feel what you fucking feel. And if people don't like it, they can go fuck themselves. I didn't fucking create you. I didn't put you on this fucking earth to make friends. What did Rabbi Jesus say? Rabbi Jesus said, I ain't here to bring peace. I'm here with a fucking sword. So fucking use it. Who gives a fuck what these fucking miserable little fucking pussy ego boys think? What are they gonna do? You got this fucking scrub who's the fucking youngest of 4, but he's the only boy. He's a bitch. He's your mother's little fucking nigger pool boy. That's what he is. He's been a waiter for fucking 30 fucking years. The guy ain't doing nothing with his fucking life. He ain't going nowhere. He's got this much ambition. Fuck all. Christopher's his father. No, Christopher has more work ethic than his father. I'll give him that. I'll give him a pat on the back for that. Way to go. I knew your father longer than you have, and that guy's a lazy motherfucker. That dude would make any excuse not to go to fucking work. Derek, what about yourself? If you don't think this is work, you should put a gun in your mouth. Just because I'm not a corporate nigger. What did we learn from Torah the other day? Hold on. Pretty sure I got my digital Torah with me all day fucking day. Come on. There's a fucking 1,000,001 books on here. I quote. Deuteronomy 23. 18 to 19. Alright, now mind you, these laws were passed 3,337 years ago. So it's up to us to reinterpret it to work for today. No Israelite woman shall be a cult prostitute, nor shall any Israelite man be a cult prostitute. You shall not bring the fee of a whore or the pay of a dog into the house of the Lord your God in fulfillment of any vow, for both are abhorrent to the Lord your God. What's the fee of a whore? What's the pay of a dog? What's a cult prostitute? See, this is how I interpret it. A cult prostitute is somebody who works for a corporation. Somebody who sells themselves. Somebody who prostitutes themselves to be treated like a second-class citizen in exchange for a paycheck. That's a whore's fee. commission, tips, hourly wage. That's your whore pay. That's what you get paid as a whore, as being a little prostitute. What's a dog? That's a whore's fee. I fucking love that. I really do. A horse fee, no horse fees. So what's the pay of a dog? That's salary. The dogs get paid salaries. The fuck out of here, Fido. So corporate whores. Means you're not welcome here. Do you know why? No Israelite man or woman is going to be a cult prostitute, which means you're not allowed to work for anybody. You are not allowed to have a job. Not like that. Your job, you work for God, motherfucker. And that's it. That's your fucking boss. The fucking Lord Most High is your motherfucking boss. You work for anybody else, you're nothing but a whore and a dog. Get the fuck out of here. And you can cram your fucking blood money, your shit money, right up your ass. Because we don't need it. It's your tips. Hey, he didn't give me 20% because he didn't have to give you shit, motherfucker. Nobody owed you shit. Why don't you fucking complain to your fucking job to give you actual real money? But you fucking, you'll take it up the ass for fucking peanuts. They throw peanuts at you. Literally, that's what they do. They throw peanuts at you, and you go, how far do you want me to shove it up my ass? As far as it can go. Shut the fuck up, little whore. Shut the fuck up, little dog. Roll over. My brother talks a big game. My brother talks a big game sometimes. But you know what? Get his regional manager into the store. Watch that little guy roll over real quick. Come here, little guy. Come here. He's rub his belly. I say with my sister. My sister's big. She's a little rough and tough munchkin. Until her regional manager comes in the store, then she'll roll over like a little bitch. And same thing with my mother. My mother's a fucking spitfire. My mother's a spitfire till corporate gets involved. I love this place. This is my favorite place to work. It's fantastic. I am so grateful. Tell the fucking truth. I fucking hate this place. These people are fucking toxic. They're poison. The fucking environment is fucking like it sucks at my soul. And these cocksucking customers, I want to fucking murder every single one of them. I remember when I was at Hugo Boss, the fucking regional, this cocksucker, he fucking comes to me. How you doing, Derek? How you doing today? How you feeling? Frank, I'm actually a little bit tired. I haven't had a day off in 3 weeks. Nobody told you to do that. Nobody told you. You did that on your own. I didn't put a gun to your head. The fuck, man? I gotta go. I gotta go. What? Oh, you can't handle the truth? I mean, I'm fucking tired, dude. Like, the fuck? I'm going into the fucking store. I'm not complaining. You asked me how I'm fucking doing, and I'm giving you a fucking answer. Why? Because you're used to these fucking pussycats? Who go, everything's good. Everything's good. Everything's good. Thanks. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Everything's great. And then they hang up the phone and they talk shit behind your back. Everybody hates you. Everybody hates you. And Kim, I'm directing this at you. Same thing. Your friends at work, they don't like you. They don't like you. As soon as you clock out, the only reason they fucking even waste their time talking to you is because of you're the only one there. Fuck, well, I mean, it's the only one here. It's the only one I got to talk to. Fuck it. Oh, fucking Eeyore. You know what fucking Eeyore is from fucking Winnie the Pooh? Always fucking depressed. A fucking Debbie Downer. That's why nobody likes you. That's why nobody wants to spend time. That's why nobody loves you. That's why no one's ever gonna love you, because you're a fucking miserable bitch. The only men that like you, the only time men like you is when they can fuck you. That's it. Just so they can get something out of you. And I'm talking about me too. I can't think of one good thing, one good reason why I'm so attached to you, except for your fucking pussy. That's it. You have nothing to offer. You got a fucking place to live? That's great. I would love to snuggle. But there we go. Come back. See what I'm saying? Like you had no personality. You got no fire. You got no zest. You got no nothing. You're like a fucking plant. I can have a better conversation with this fucking plant. I wish God would fucking cut you off out of my fucking life. But as soon as you're fucking gone, somehow this motherfucker brings you back. I don't understand. Oh, you understand, all right. Oh, I know I understand. I know exactly what it is. This is what I was saying yesterday about we got to take it to a fucking extreme before we can dial it back. Everyone gets all fucking out of bed and out of shape. Listen, I'm not responsible for your feelings. You're not responsible for mine. It's not true. It's not mean if it's true, right? To quote my cunt sister, you called me a cunt. Yeah. You think I'm wrong? Ask your husband. He probably says worse shit about you at his job to the fucking girl that he fucking flirts with. Trust me, everyone's got a work wife. Every husband's got a work wife. Even if it's a man. They got that one I used to be my boss's work wife. It's the other fellow or the other lady that we vent about. God, I wish you were my wife. I wish my wife thought like you did. I know. Well, I even said to that boss too, I'm like, you know where we're fucking up? You know where we fuck up? We fight against our wives. What we should be doing is making a team with them. He thought I was fucking crazy. He thought I was out of my mind. The fuck? We should be partnering with our wives and creating something. Instead of bitching to each other about how much we hate our wives. You're crazy. That doesn't even make any sense. I know. Of course not. But you know what? She said the same thing. She thought the same thing. Honey Bear, do you want to go into business together? No. Why? Because you'd be the worst business owner ever. Well, how do you figure? What's all you would do? You wouldn't do anything else but work. That's all I do now. That's literally all I do now. Like the logic of it, at least from my perspective, is, am I gonna work for you, you piece of shit? You fucking piece of shit who I want to fucking murder. I pray every day that you die on the way to work so I don't ever have to see your face again. That's my jerk-off fantasy, is that I get to work one day and find out that you had a car accident on the way in, and I will never have to see or hear your face or voice again. That I'm free. And then I can go to your wife and say, Natalie, please, let me run the company. Let me run the company. I'm making a great place. I'm making a great place where the employees don't want to fucking kill themselves. And they don't feel like shit about themselves because of this fucking miserable prick who died. You're a lucky woman. You're a lucky woman that he died. I wish I could have seen his corpse. I wish I could have seen him fucking die firsthand. I wish I could have been in the car and watched that miserable fat little fuck get his head crunched in. Now you can work like that. Or wouldn't it make more sense for Derek to put all that time and energy into his own work? I mean, my mother, I don't know, sometimes I think that my mother's just like fucking with me. Yeah, your sister has my work ethic. Your sister and your brother have my work ethic. Yeah, whose work ethic do I have? Whose work ethic do you think I have? Because you know what, here's the difference. Here's the difference. My father wasn't a nigger like you. You're a nigger. Your husband's a nigger, your brother's a nigger. My father worked for himself. See, my father put all the fucking time and energy that he could have put into a fucking job, he put into himself. And you know that man was living a fucking life of his fucking dreams. Oh, well, for the most part. No, he wasn't living the fucking life of his dream. He could have been living the life of his dreams, but he chose to stay in his kids' lives. If he was smart, he would have got the fuck out. Ah, it's because of that fucking daughter. That's why. Ha ha. Ha ha. I only got one retarded son. He's not retarded, he's a bastard. I have the one bastard son. I don't have a daughter, so I don't have to worry about like, oh, daddy, don't worry about it. She's not my fucking problem. She got that fucking idiot. And in case that guy ever fucking smartens up and fucking divorces her, she's got Christopher. They'll make a really good pair. I ain't fucking taking care of her. Let her go back to her mother. God told me when I was 12 years old that this isn't really your family. You'll meet your real family when you're older. I believe that 100%. That just made my physical, my meat. I don't give a fuck about that. Those are my meat family. My meat family, my nigger family. Help my family retire. I think I'm a Jew. Jews don't retire. How am I going to make you retire if I'm never going to retire? I'm not retiring. Why do you want to retire? What are you going to do with your life? What are you going to do when you retire? You're going to sit around fucking scroll through Instagram all fucking day like you do now? Or you're going to do something? Oh, because you're retired, you could do something. Nigga, you could have retired fucking decades ago. You trust the system. You're fucking idiots. You're fucking niggers to the fucking system. You don't even know how the system works. I don't know anything about all that. Then what? Then why do you pretend to be political? You don't know. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. You're waiting for some asshole. You're waiting for some fucking jabroni to come and wipe your ass for you. Meanwhile, he's not there to wipe your ass. He's not the fucking Messiah. I am. 15 minutes. I am. You know how I know? Because I'm my Messiah. So if I'm my Messiah, then who the fuck else? Then that means that there can't be any others. There can't be two Messiahs. You feel me? I am literally my own prophet. I am my own Messiah. I don't know if other people can do that. Right? Hashem. There can only be one. Exactly. That's what I fucking said. Oh, well, yeah. I know that. Tell them that they're seeing it. Yeah, you're seeing it right now. This is it happening. This is how it happened for Moses. This is how it happened for Muhammad. This is how it happened for Jesus. This is how it happened for Joseph. This is how it happened for Jacob, Isaac, and Abraham. This is how it happened for Noah. This is how it happened for Adam. It's Seth, Enoch. You want me to count it off? I'll count it off. I don't give a fuck. I need the practice. Abraham, son of Terah, son of Nahor, son of Sirach, son of Rehu, son of Peleg, son of Eber, son of Shelah, son of Arpachshad, son of Shem, son of Noah, son of Lamech, son of Methuselah, son of Enoch, son of Mahalalel, son of Jared, son of Kenan, son of Enosh, son of Seth, son of Adam, son of God. I just did the 20 generations from Adam to Abraham. Go suck my dick. Oh, fuck! Son of Derek, son of Frank, son of Frank, son of Frank. Son of the husband of Aquilina Pignataro. I almost got 5 generations. I have to remember that. I forgot all about that. I'm on this thing. I have to, so I went searching the other day. I was looking for my grandfather's information. What was I looking, why did I want to find that? What was I looking for? Because the Pignataros are all dead. There are no more Pignataros. Any other Pignataro is a false Pignataro. I'm trying to follow I'm trying to find the timeline of my Y chromosome. Because God tells me that if I could trace my Y chromosome back 2,000 years, we come to Jesus. And if I can get to Jesus, I already know the steps from Abraham to Adam, as we just saw. Now there's 14 generations from Abraham to David, I believe. And then there's 14 generations from David to Jesus. So if I can get from Jesus all the way back to Adam, which isn't impossible. I know there's discrepancies in the New Testament. So in the book of Matthew and the book of Luke, there's 2 different genealogies for Jesus, technically. It's not, but there is. So in Matthew, it links Jesus back to King David through King Solomon, which is how it has to be. But then in Luke, it connects Jesus to King David through Nathan. Nobody knows shit about Nathan. Who the fuck is Nathan? Nathan's one of David's sons. But King Solomon's the important one. It's got to be through Solomon. Now there's Midrash that says that Nathan died childless. And Solomon inherited his brother's wife. Because that's a law. That's a law in Judaism. That's a Torah law. That the brother inherits the wife of the dead brother if he died without a child. And he has to have a child with that wife, and that child counts as his brother's son. Does that make sense? So if we got married and I died without a child, you'd be inherited by my brother, who has to have a baby with you, and that baby, a son. And then that son counts as my son, not his son. It's like a free pass, basically. It's like having a child but not having to take care of it. It's like, okay, well, that's not my son. That's someone else's. That's my brother's. But now, technically speaking, that can't happen in my scenario because my brother doesn't carry the same Y chromosome as me. So that wouldn't work. So if I died childless, all I have is Desmond Snow, you know? But God's very clear that he doesn't accept bastards. So it's got to be a child out of a loving marriage. Sorry, bud. I was wrong. You're not a Jew. I tried, but it's in the book. The laws say, like, no misbegotten kids. Sorry. But then again, you're an asshole who told me to go fuck myself, and you give me the finger when my back is turned, and you say nasty ass shit about me when I'm not around. And on Father's Day, you don't call me, but you go golfing with some fat fuck that your mother has sex with. Your whore mother. Your whore mother puts this guy's dick in her mouth, and you go play golf with him. Go fuck yourself. The 2 of you. My whore ex-wife. And my dipshit bastard son. Desmond Snow. Stop. Don't even call yourself Pignataro. Take Pignataro off your name. You could be Desmond Kingsley for the rest of your life, but you're not allowed to be Desmond Pignataro. Desmond Kingsley sounds pretty cool anyway. Just do that. Take Pignataro off your last name, because you don't even deserve that. Poppy Frank even told me. Poppy Frank, yo, listen, Poppy Frank, I talked to fucking Poppy Frank, asshole. He told me if that little fuck wants to be a fucking Benedict Arnold, fuck him. There you go, Benedict. Benedict dipshit. God, can Marco be outside, please? I would love a Newport. That's like a Newport 100. What would make me really happy if I had a fucking pack of Newport 100s. I know I say that now, but like I woke up this morning with a sexual craving for a Newport. All right, so what do we have to do? We have to go home. We have to do the review. We have to do the review still. I haven't even done that. We have to do tour studies still. Don't touch the fucking phone. Leave the phone down. Because today's the fucked up day. Because the moon started last night. This wasn't a wake up all fucking week. All week I've been waiting for this. And this is how it goes. Fucking typical, man. Alright, so what was I saying? Alright, so we have the generations from Abraham to Noah. I mean, Abraham to Noah to Adam, which we good. Then we have at least the generations from Derek to Frank to Frank to Frank. What was I looking for, by the way? Why was I so dead set on that? Father Michael died, by the way. What do I get from that? I'm the priest of the family now. I'm the priest. I'm the Levite of the family. Okay. So now, what was I looking for with Grandpa Pignataro? Like, what I mean is Hashem. Like, why was I know, but what was the initial, like, draw? Like, what was it that made me think, like, I wanted to find out where he was born? Yeah, but why? I wanted to find out what day he died. Yeah, but why? What did it have to do with Grandma? Or Trudy? The inheritance? Oh, is that what this is about? Are we coming up to a point where we're gonna find out about whether Trudy, where the fuck is my money? Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's a good question. Just fucking ask it straight up. Don't pussyfoot around. And by the way, since I got your attention, where's my money? I shouldn't be afraid to ask that question. Thank you, Isham. Ask her for I know, it says like also, while you're at it, okay. Alright, you dare me? You dare me. This is one of those leaps of faith, okay. Well, yeah, it was like fucking $20,000. Like, yeah, by the way, where's, what happened with, my inheritance, with my money? Should I use the word lawyer? Hey, Trudy, also, since I got your attention, just to avoid having to go to a lawyer, can you confirm how? Okay. Well, we know that Trudy does get. We do know that Trudy does get my messages and she does read them, so that's a good thing. So all we gotta do is just to ask her straight up, like, Trudy, where's Hey, by the way, thanks for telling me my grandmother died. But where's This was kind of like an uncomfortable conversation I've been avoiding for a year and a half. But where's my inheritance money? I'm gonna go ahead, like, do I need to get a lawyer involved? I'd prefer not to get a lawyer involved, but where's, what happened with my inheritance money? How do I word that? Never mind, I found him. But you know what, there is another question I have for you. Where's my inheritance? Where's the paperwork for my, Grandpa, is that what's that? I'll put the fear of Grandpa Big Guitar. I don't give a, okay, don't give a fuck, okay? I don't give a fuck. How about that? Oh, does she have to wait, like, if it's unclaimed? I mean, I get it, like, part of me feels like, see, because what ended up happening was my grandmother went in the hospital. Like, Trudy took over, Trudy Campanalunga. She ended up taking over my grandmother's care. But I don't know how far that went, because after my grandmother fell, her brain went to mush. So I don't know if Trudy had, I remember one day my grandmother had said she was in the hospital and she said, oh, people were here earlier and they had me signing things. And I don't know what she signed. I didn't ask. Why? Because technically it wasn't my business. And plus my father was in my ear going, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This was Trudy trying to get the money. So, and this is going to be incredibly triggering for her. She's gonna. Well, what happened to it? Why is she gonna get mad? Because it's $20,000. It was a $20,000 inheritance. I was waiting for that money since I was a fucking kid. And the reason that it was put in my name was because my father died. So I don't know, like I don't know if that can be just changed like that. And if it hasn't been changed, like my grandmother's been dead for a year and a half. So I'm kind of ready to collect on that. Hey, so how would I go about it? You should probably go through the state, because it's through a state pension. All right. What are you gonna tell me? What did you tell me? I got $20,000 coming in. What can I do? What should I do with the $20,000, Hisham? I ain't fucking paying my album. I have a goddamn shirt. I don't pay that. April's father can pay the alimony. How about that? Hey, Richie, you can pay the alimony, you piece of shit. Did you pay for the lawyer or did I pay for the lawyer?